Hello, Scorpio. Welcome to the channel. This is Asnointia here. For those of you who are returning, thank you so much for liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. And for those of you who are new, welcome. So this is a general love reading, and I'll be looking into the feelings and emotions of the person that you're connecting with on a romantic level. What it is that they're feeling and thinking towards you currently. So this could be somebody that you've had a relationship with in the past. It could be current, but there's a lack of communication. For others of you, this could be a situationship or someone that you've met and you know there's a whole lot of energy, but no one's really speaking up. For those of you who are new, my method of reading is just slightly different. I do have the ability of channeling through my higher intuitive self to get the answers that I need. I do not channel through any spirit guides. I never have, and I do have certain reasons for that. At the end of this reading, I do channel Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel to provide you with some advice based on what comes up today. All right, Scorpio. We have here really just one card. That's a good thing, actually. One card that is affecting your person of interest. This is the feelings and emotions. And sometimes we have 3 or 4 cards. Here we have one. But the impact of this really is intense. It's victimization. Someone here is feeling victimized. And the overall arching theme may also be yourself. You are feeling victimized in this connection. So first card, the strongest, we have here synthesis followed by power, awakening. After that, we have ecstasy, mystery, feelings and emotions. Then we have play. After that, we have laughter. Under the bottom of the deck, the overall arching theme, we have victim. I'm going to express to you what it is that your person of interest is feeling towards you currently. My dear Scorpio, a long time ago there was peace and harmony in this connection. Or at least I feel there was. But then things changed. And everything started to feel different. I became distant. So did you. And I started to hold back. I started to hide things from you. Not really opening up. Not really wanting to tell you what it is that's in my heart, in my mind. But now there's a part of me that wants to restore that peace and harmony that once existed because it was gone for a while. I've hidden secrets deep inside of my heart, as dark as the shadow in the thick forest. I didn't want you to know what was in my heart and what was in my mind, but now I do. Now I want to open up to you. I want to confess. The reason why is that there are things about you that I feel that are beyond my control. It's as if you control me. When I see you, I feel emotionally vulnerable and I feel weak in the knees. There are too many things that have happened that I just don't have control over. You make me feel as if this entire connection is very tempting. You do tempt me, and you do make me feel powerless. a part of me also feels that you are very powerful. There are things that I've gone through recently, and over time I've realized that in this connection, I can see things from your perspective now. I feel as if I can finally put myself into your shoes and understand what it is that you have gone through, the things that I have done to you, and how you've moved on. There's a part of me that feels spiritually connected with you as well, Scorpio. No matter what happens, there's a part of me that feels that this is beautiful. My heart feels connected. My heart feels blissful. I also know that in this connection, I feel that there is a very intense spiritual bond. I question the universe. I question the heavens. Why is it that you are in my life? Why now? Why not before? Why not long ago? Why not far into the future? Are we supposed to be together? Were we meant to be together? Is this just a coincidence? I feel sometimes when you're not there that I can actually smell your scent, as odd as that sounds. I can smell your scent. I sometimes feel that I can feel your presence even, but you're not there. And in my dreams, everything feels so real. There's a part of me that also feels as if in my dreams, somehow it's related to a past life. Do we know each other? There's this feeling of just knowingness. I've known you from before. This familiar feeling. And as it grows, I can't help myself, but I feel these strong feelings and emotions. And this love that erupts from inside of my heart. And to me, oddly, it makes logical sense. This love is unconditional. And I know that in this connection, there is danger, there's fear, there are insecurities. But I have found you, and to me, you are that one person that holds the torch, that one person who actually makes me feel safe. You are the light for me. And even if this connection is forbidden, I will still go for it. Because you are the sweetest thing that has ever happened to me. I do feel that there is mischief in your eyes. And because of this, I love the youthfulness in you. The fact that you are very vibrant and you make me want to live life again. I want to thrive again. I want to be happy. You make me feel that life is worth living. And I do feel that you are my confidant, my best friend, someone who I can rely on and trust with my life. You are that one person who knows how to make me smile. You know how to make me laugh. You make my heart happy. You, for me, are that ray of sunshine that comes through the clouds, showing me warmth, showing me the light, showing me eternity, an everlasting love. Overall, I understand certain things have happened. And yes, I have been in denial. So much has happened that in this connection, I feel a sense of victimization. I have victimized you. I took you for granted. I overindulged. I did not value you, and I just kept taking and taking. Never thinking about what you were going through, what I had promised you, the words that I spoke, the things that you believed. In the meanwhile, I was just playing along. No, I wasn't so true, and I should have been more. In this connection, I have been manipulative. This includes sexual manipulation, psychological, emotional. But I wanted to get my way. And yes, I feel I did. What did it do? It ruined my connection with you. And I also know that it ruined your connection with others. Because of the things that I have done, I find it hard to reach out to you and be with you the way that you would like me to. Do I have feelings and emotions for you? Yes, I do, Scorpio. Do I feel you are my best friend? Yes. Do I feel that you and I are spiritually connected? Absolutely yes. Do I have the courage to reach out to you? No, not yet. All right. Scorpio. Interesting. Yes, this is definitely a past life spiritual connection. Doesn't have to be past life. It could be a future lifetime, which is a very different concept. But I have done readings where I would just say 4%, very rare, that are situated in the future. Now, the past life here, this would mean that you guys are either soulmates, twin flames, karmic partner. It could be more, but the top 3 I've seen, those are the most intense, and I do past life readings if any of you are interested. Have a look at the link below. That is my website, you'll see. I'll talk about it afterwards. Okay. Here I have the Lover's Path Tarot. Okay, so with this deck, what I like to do is go a little bit back in time, the history of the both of you, where things were, at some point in time, they were going great. But then something happened. Something changed. And you may have been wondering why certain things happened, the way this person behaved, the way this situation kind of crumbled down. It seems that everything was going great before, but then something changed and it all kind of went crashing. And you are left wondering, was this my fault? Was this something I did? Could I have fixed this? Could I have done something better? So sometimes, and I've started to announce this a lot, sometimes it's not us. It's your person of interest that they may have a different agenda. They may have something else going on in their life, emotionally, materialistically, psychologically. There's so much. So it's not just us. We have to consider what the other person does, what it is that they feel on the inside. And no, people don't tell us. Sometimes we have to pry and we have to literally pull teeth, right, to get the answer. So this is for those of you that never received any closure. This is for those of you who feel this person abandoned you. They have ghosted you. They faded over time. And the communication is hardly there. Let's have a look. We have here Wisdom and the 7 of Cups. All right. And I do read these in the reverse. So here it talks about unwillingness to learn, a sense of superficiality in this connection. Your person of interest at some point in time may have been intimidated by intelligence or education that came from you. They were feeling limited by a lack of knowledge and understanding. Here, wisdom could have been gained from education, but it was not. Anything that was learned should have been shared and understood. Here, wisdom should have been used to transform a difficult situation into a better one. But we have here unwillingness to learn. So this person knew that they had to become a bit wiser, meaning that they were either immature or they may have been inexperienced. But there was an unwillingness to learn. That's an attitude issue, right? It's not that they can't learn. There was just an unwillingness. No, I'm not going to do it. Not going to gain this. I'm not going to conform to what the other person is feeling and thinking. And therefore, it felt as if this person was acting very superficial and very fake. A part of you at some point in time may have felt that this person's not very genuine. Now, part of the reason was intimidated by your education or your intelligence and your wisdom. So it's really sad because it does show me here that there was an opportunity. Sorry, guys, move the table. There was an opportunity to learn, okay, from each other. You did what you had to do, but it seems like your person of interest here may have had a little bit of an ego problem. I'm seeing the word intelligence. They may have, both of you may be on the same level, but they still feel that nobody else can be more intelligent. Or if somebody is more intelligent, they feel that they're not good enough or that they're not smart enough. But I'm not seeing that in a very innocent kind of way. I'm seeing that in a more of an egotistical kind of issue. That's what I'm seeing. Whatever it was, they were not happy. They were trying to avoid the topic. So usually you do run into people in your life sometimes where there's something that someone has to learn and they refuse to learn because they want to pretend and act as if they know everything. And they will ignore that one thing that they need to learn. That is just plain old arrogance, and it's not good. We have here 7 of Cups. Let's have a look. So the 7 of Cups, I'm going to read the whole card. The 7 of Cups talks about choices, indecisiveness, and fantasy. Overindulging in thoughts of what the future may bring. So this person was overindulging in thoughts of what the future could possibly bring them. They were daydreaming. A decision needed to be made in order to move forward and to rejoin the world. Why? Because they were daydreaming. They were allowing fantasies to influence how they viewed life. And they were projecting onto others instead of seeing things as they truly were. So basically, you got somebody here who is fantasizing. They're not making a choice. They're very indecisive. They're overindulging in daydreams. And the reality of their world that they had created and perceived, they thought that the outside world is the same as the inside world in their mind. As odd as that sounds. And that is somebody, wow, who is just the king or queen of their own castle. But I'm seeing literally a little cartoon in my mind's eye right now. There's an island. There's an island, and this person is very, very proud of being the king or the queen of this island. But it's an island. It's remote, right? What I'm seeing here is they have a lot of pride. They have a lot of ego. And it doesn't really, to them, it doesn't really matter what the world sees them as, because they feel that they are the king or queen of their castle, right? However, in the grand scheme of things, they're on this island and nobody really recognizes them, right? So hopefully this kind of makes sense to some of you. And that's what I'm seeing here, that they don't even want to entertain the idea of educating themselves or learning or gaining more wisdom because they think that they have it all. They want to just ignore it. And that is definitely somebody who is arrogant. A lot of ignorance there. That's a personality problem, guys. You're dealing with somebody here who just did not want to learn and grow and change. Very stubborn energy. Very stubborn. And sometimes you're better off without somebody like that. And of course, this is a general love reading. It's not going to resonate for everybody. And not all of this is going to apply to all of you. But I definitely see here an issue where there was friction between the both of you and you did not see eye to eye. You wanted something a bit more exclusive, committed, but I'm seeing the word circumstances. So circumstances might have been a bit different for the both of you, or you in particular. I don't see this person being the type of individual you thought they were. And it got to the point where it might have just gotten annoying, this person's behavior. I keep seeing the word ignorance. All right, so I have here the Beginner's Tarot. And with this deck, what I like to do is have a look at any actions, any plans, any intentions your person of interest may have. Now, I'm happy to see this. So happy. Yes, first card's the strongest. We needed the Hermit. We needed the Hermit. Wow. Oh, are you serious? Swords. For some of you, this is a very strong third-party situation. I'm going to just kind of go off on a tangent here. Some of you are already involved with someone, and your person of interest could also be involved with someone else. There's two different scenarios. Either way, there's like 3 or 4 people in this kind of love triangle. It's not a triangle, it might be just like a square. I don't know if there's such an expression, but it could be 3 people or even 4 people involved in this type of love situation. Now, this could be an affair. It could be an affair because of the type of cards that are popping up right now. Now, not only that, but the issue here is that it's very challenging for one of you to be in this specific connection because you had already found someone in your life, or you're already with someone. And as soon as this person came into your life, you realize, wow, where have you been my whole life? Why are you here now? And that's where the mystery card comes in from. There is definitely this sense of spiritual connection. There's a spiritual bond. And that spiritual bond is now being realized, and it is very difficult. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I be with this person? Or should I be with the new person? Should I leave the old and in with the new? I don't know what to do. There's this indecisiveness. There's a lot of materialistic pleasures and gains to be had, but the issue is that it would be a life-changing situation. I'm seeing the word circumstances. So yes, some of you are in a certain set of circumstances that are preventing you from being in the connection the way that you would like to be. However, because of the type of cards that are coming up, I'm definitely seeing here not just 2 people, but other people that may be involved who basically don't want the both of you to be together. Now, we have here the Hermit card. First card, the strongest. Beautiful card. This card talks about wisdom, for sure. Your person of interest, finally, that ignorance is kind of settling down, like dust settling down. They have retreated. They're going to retreat. They're going to be very much a hermit. But this is a good thing, because this talks about them trying to retreat and understand who they are, forcing themselves into solitude, into isolation, into loneliness. Why? Because they want to understand the situation better. There's a sense of introspection. Contemplation. Questioning oneself. Why do I do this? How can I fix things? How can I be better? So it is really good because there's a lot of contemplation, and it's to improve the person's personality, their traits, every single thing. The whole person is supposed to change based on the wisdom that they gain, and then you have the strength and the courage that typically follows. We have here also the Five of Swords. So there's this attitude, Scorpio. If I can't have you, no one can have you. Yep. So there's a sense of jealousy here. This person does not like to see you with other people. They don't even like other people chasing you. They don't even like the thought of that. And this person is very competitive, but there's also ego-oriented competition. So even if somebody's talking to you, they may get a bit jealous, and because of that, they'll try to create a situation where there is a lack of contact between you and that person. They want to win. Okay. We also have here, they are also, it's almost like they have a few things going on in their life, different categories here. One part of them is trying to become wise. One part of them is trying to hold off on all these people that find you absolutely hot and they find you gorgeous. They're trying to keep them at bay. And then we also have here the Two of Swords. With the Two of Swords, there's a part of this person that they don't want to see the situation that they've created. They don't want to see anything. They don't want to hear anything. They've crossed their heart with these swords. They don't want anything to come to them. They don't want to accept anything. However, they do want peace. They do want a truce because they're pretty sick and tired of what's happening. Now, what's a completely different jump, and I don't see this person being as stable as the typical average individual. Okay? We have a very random card. I mean, we have here the Seven of Swords. So this for me is my sneaky card. Sneaky behavior, doing things behind the scenes, doing things that they're not supposed to be doing, and then trying to do it so that they don't get caught. And this is also why some of you might be in a third-party situation. It could also be that the third party is not an individual, but an organization. Maybe your work does not allow that two people on the job can date. Maybe it's a rival company. Perhaps you both are from different backgrounds, religion, ethnic backgrounds, so many differences that exist between the both of you, and yet still, your person of interest here, Scorpio, they're wanting to come back. This is not a leap of faith, okay? This is literally somebody being tricky, trying to be with you, but not really wanting the world to know. Now, we also have here the Three of Pentacles, the overall arching theme. With the Three of Pentacles, it does talk about how your person of interest here, they want to be with you, and they are going to try to perhaps even work on a project, perhaps create a project, a venture I'm seeing, a venture and a partnership. I'm seeing those words right now. Manifesting and constructing partnership, having that peace and harmony, but wanting to do it with you. They don't want to do this alone. They want to do this with you. Now, for some of you, this could also mean that you've already met this person in the workplace, or this could be the workplace in the past or currently, or even knowing this person through an association of some sort, through a person or through another company, any club or anything like that. So if that is the case, if you are aware of who this person is, that also indicates here that they are starting to fall for you. They're starting to fall in love with you. They do have a lot of feelings and emotions. And that's exactly what you had earlier. But this is also why they want to have you in their life. The only issue I'm seeing is that, well, there's no issue now. Okay, I don't see an issue occurring because this person actually is putting in the effort, the time, energy, and effort that's required to become a better person. Now, what is that? It's literally the hermit mode, right? This person needs to know who they are, what they do, why they do the things that they do. Why did they treat Scorpio the way that they did? And if they ever had the chance again, would they do it again? Or would they just be like an average individual who wants to be in a connection, who is dependable, who is not the word moldable, but adaptable? Who can adapt? Two people have to adapt. They have to adjust in a connection, right? So it does seem that this person really did not want to adjust in the beginning, but now they realize that they like you. One issue here, Scorpio. I don't see any cups. It's a very convenient situation. Convenience is the key word here. Commercial and convenience I'm seeing. This is a lot to do with status, with lust even, and with the intellect, with logic, with rational thinking, but not with the heart as much. So a part of them, they do love you. Okay? Yes, they do. However, the way they're approaching you is they're trying. It's very logical, very rational. A part of them wants to heal. And like I said before, these cards for me, this has never really come up as a combination. It's really odd. But they are individual. They have their own separate meanings. I'm not seeing them as being as connected. So this person is trying to be the hermit, and they're also trying to keep people away from you. They don't like that. They're trying to have a bit of truce in their own mind and heart, but they also don't want to accept anything else. This is overwhelming for them enough. And they're also trying to do things in a sneaky way. Overall arching theme, we have Three of Pentacles. That is a very good card to have. And it basically talks to me about how this person wants to move forward in a positive way so that something in this connection will be more long-lasting. Now, whether that is romance, that's a different story. In here, I don't see too much of that emphasis, but here I see the potential of it growing because this person's actually trying to make the effort of manifesting something, of having the partnership, of constructing something. Okay, let's have a look at Archangel answer cards. Just going to do a quick prayer. All right. These messages are brought to you by Archangels Michael, Raphael, Gabriel, and Uriel. Interesting. Remember how I was saying, Scorpio, you have to adjust. Cross-watcher. There's a little bit of adjustment and adapting. Here you have the word compromise. Okay. Ooh. Double confirmation. So definitely in this connection, you guys are spiritually connected. You guys have some sort of history. All right. This is really nice. We have here, first card, the strongest, helpful people. So this does talk to me about the suggestion of you going out, talking to people. This could be your friends, your family members. Now, the reason why it's important is because this is a little bit of a tricky situation. We didn't have the most happiest cards. This person is going through a few things, and it is important for you even to go. Why is it important for you? Because whatever they've done, it's affected you. And so it's important for you to get a fresh perspective. Like, is this even normal? Does the average person do this? It's important to learn. Not all of you are going to want to be with this person. The majority of you, perhaps yes. Here we have helpful people. They do exist. They're in your life. Go out, meet some friends, and get some ideas about what you can do moving forward that can make you happier even. We have here compromise. Now, 50-50 is perfect compromise. 60-40 is still acceptable. However, if it's 70-30, let's stay away from that. We also have here no. Now, some of you want to just kind of rush into this. You've been waiting for a long time. But here, the way I'm interpreting this is no, it's important for you to trust in the divine's plan. Some of you have kind of given up. Some of you have kept your distance. And for that reason, it's hard to believe. It's hard to manifest. It's hard to even think that some days could be better in the future. But here, there is something good that's going to happen, actually. And they're telling you here there's no need to worry. It's important for you to be assertive. So when you get the overarching theme, when you get the opportunity to be with this person, make that compromise, right? Have them make the compromise as well, but also be assertive. Let them know what you're comfortable with, what you're not comfortable with. Let them know what your boundaries are. Keep healthy boundaries. Don't give in too fast, too suddenly. If you guys have dinner, let's not sleep together on the same day or even the next day or after that. It's very important if you are looking for old-fashioned love, right? You got to do things the old-fashioned kind of way. It's just the way it is. Sparrows are with sparrows, seagulls with seagulls, right? Penguins with penguins. Penguin might not be the category of a bird, but I personally feel that it is a bird, even if it doesn't fly much. Well, it doesn't fly at all. Birds of a feather flock together, right? And that's the thing. If you both are resonating, then it will work out. But if you are not resonating, it's just not meant to be. And there is no harm moving on and finding someone else. That is perfectly fine as well, because in this reading, for some of you, you do have some positive signs here where eventually there's going to be an opportunity for you as well. Helpful people could also bring someone else in your life, whoever this person is, whoever they are. It's also going to be somebody from a spiritual connection that you've already had in your existence. So this could be somebody who you were with 500 years ago, somewhere in Europe. I've done many, like hundreds at this point, maybe thousands, of past life readings, and it's really intense. The types of lifetimes people have had and what has happened in those lifetimes. Some of the stories are very similar, actually, but the fact that we end up meeting people in this lifetime the way that we wouldn't have expected in. Sometimes we may just meet them at a coffee shop. Sometimes we meet them on the phone. And we realize that, wow, this person is somebody very different. And you feel that, the energy resonating on the inside. You feel it. Some of you will not be able to let go. Some of you may be feeling obsession over this person. They might be obsessed over you, or you may be obsessed over them. That's when you have that type of a spiritual connection. Honestly, it's not something to brag about or be happy about, because it really does hurt when things don't work out. And you know, when it doesn't work out, it's like hell on earth. And if it does, it's like heaven on earth. It's the extreme opposite. So because you got this card romance, it does show me that there's either someone new that's going to be coming into your life, or the person that you're already with, there's going to be a realization and an opportunity is going to present itself. Also, when you're with someone, be sure the compromise, it's not just you. Okay, you're not bending over backwards to the point where you just literally are changing your personality simply to adjust and to make this person happy. Because that won't make you happy in the end. There's only so much people can change, and eventually that acting, it just kind of like falls down. That sheet, it just kind of falls down, and you can see the reality of that person at some point in time. So you want to be your genuine, authentic self. Do the stuff that you do, right? Be silly as you usually are. Because then if you're not, your person of interest is never really going to know you. And it's important for you to be your genuine, authentic self. There's no need to be acting. There's no need to be behaving in a way that may attract someone, because this person has a completely different impression. Now remember, they were not very wise before, but they're trying to gain that wisdom. So this person could have been immature, and they could have been inexperienced. Hopefully, fingers crossed, I see here that they are trying to change. They're trying to become more advanced. They're trying to improve. And that'll be good for yourself as well as their future. Scorpio, that is your reading. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please let me know in the comments below if any of this has resonated. I do read the comments as much as I can, and I do reply as much as I can. And one of the reasons why I love reading it is because it does provide me with information, and it just gives me more motivation to create content on my other channel. Asnointia Audio is my other channel on YouTube, and there you'll find videos on knowledge related things. It's like one of the playlists I have, it's on past life and spiritual connections. Something that, yes, in this reading, you guys will be able to relate to that particular playlist. I'd recommend that you guys have a look at that. And then I also have relationship related advice. And there you'll see that I have a variety of videos, and they basically are based on different scenarios, different situations that we may find ourselves in. Also, I have one video on negative energies. What and who are negative energies, how to recognize and remove such things from your life. So that is also very important. If you wish to manifest anything, you need to have clear road, clear pathway for things to come to you. But negative energies act like boulders. So you basically need to get rid of that in order for anything to come to you. I teach you how to do that because I do sell packages on that. And moving to a different topic, my website, www.asnointia.com. Do I do love readings? Many of you ask. Yes, I do. So the readings that I have right now available is just one of the packages. That is the PDF plus an audio. So you get a lot of information in that particular one. Feel free to read the description. There's a lot of description that I have for all of my packages. And once you see that, you'll know exactly what to expect. I also have one on past life and spiritual connections. That, for many of you, you may find that very helpful. It will teach you what it is that the history between the both of you. Now, whether this history is in the past or it's not happened yet, but in the spiritual realm, it's already been written, and I'm able to see that. With the grace of God, I don't know how I do it, but it happens. And I do have Angel Fakiel to help confirm when I do these things. And you can read a little bit about her on my homepage on my website. Now, for negative energies, I do have a package called the Chakra Checkup, and that will help you get rid of negative energies, realign your mind, body, spirit, and your soul. Yes. Reboot your system, and you're good to go. So I do have the ability of remotely viewing whatever is in your home in terms of negative energies. That is jinns, demons, and evil spirits. In your home, around your aura, and inside of your body is what I check. Inside of your body is basically your chakra centers, okay, the energy centers that you have. So I tell you what you have, how many you have, and I teach you how to get rid of them in a very gentle, easy sort of way. I also have some self-help guides. If some of you are interested, you can have a look at some of those as well. And that's it, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I will see you all again. Please do like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you all again. Bye now.